what are those cold soups?
I don't really know what they are. I just remember when I worked in a theater, we were setting up for an event, and they had like these like shots of soup that were cold. They were like chilled soups. So I know they exist.
Mm-hmm.
I know they exist. I just don't know what they are.
I think that's just soup that they made cold. Like, it's still a soup, and like they're also betraying the definition of soup by saying, hey, look, you know what soup is? We're calling this chilled soup, so that you know that soup has a requirement of being hot.
Is that in the definition of soup, though?
I mean, we can look at the definition, but that's not the fun of this argument.
Okay. Well, but also the same thing with like the cheesecake thing, where like technically cake is in the name, so it is a cake. So chilled soup is a soup.
Yeah.
Which means a smoothie is a fruit soup.
I think that, like, and the reason these arguments get like heated is because people have like personal definitions. And so that's why I like don't want to look up the definition.
That's true.
Because it's like, all right, that settles it. And then it's like, it's no more fun. And so like my personal definition of soup requires heat. Like, and even if like you leave the soup out and it gets cold, like you want it to be hot. That's like the intent of soup.
Yeah, but like if you had a chilled soup, maybe you wouldn't want it to be hot, you know? So like it'd still be a soup. And also, like, is a ketchup a smoothie? Or is it a soup? Is ketchup a soup? A soup that's in a bottle.
I do think that, like, you could argue that the consistency makes it not like soup, but there's, like, chowders and stuff. And so it's like, sure, I'm willing to concede that ketchup could be a soup, but it's not intended to be hot.
Yeah.
And so, like... Also, ketchup isn't really intended to be cold either. Like, you can put, like, cold ketchup on a hot dog, but you can also put, like, lukewarm ketchup on a hot dog, and it won't make a difference. But it would be weird to put hot ketchup, like, get your piping hot ketchup for your hot dog. That doesn't sound right.
I would love to try hot ketchup on a hot dog. Now that you're saying this,
sure.
Because here's the thing. Like, your hot dog, you know, it's warm. So, like, you put cold ketchup on a hot dog, like... What a weird, like, thing you're putting in your mouth. Like,
at the
cold
same time,
thing and a hot thing.
It cools it off, though.
Yeah, but then what if your hot dog is getting cold?
Yeah, that's
So you
true.
Put hot ketchup on your hot dog.
There you go. Yeah.
So I think that hot ketchup is actually a really good idea.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. If it's, like, you know, like a baseball game and it's, like, cold out and, like, hot ketchup, get your hot ketchup here for your cold hot dogs. There's a lot of temperature words going on here. And be like, oh yeah, my hot dog has totally gotten cold at this point. I'm glad that someone has come around to bring me hot ketchup.
I think you really have just like, not really invented, because like hot ketchup can't be invented. It's literally just ketchup. But like you've brought to life a really interesting idea here.
Sure. Something that I discovered quasi recently. I say quasi recently because it was like a year ago, but like it's recent to me. Whataburger has spicy ketchup, and that stuff's dope. Because like at first I was skeptical. I was like, well, why do I need ketchup to be spicy? But then I tried it, and I'm like, oh, it's just ketchup, but it's spicy.
Yeah,
which is like the whole point. But it's really good.
It's so good. And I feel the same way, like, whenever someone's like, oh, spicy mayo, you're like, why does mayo need to be spicy? But then you have it, and, like, spicy mayo is probably my favorite condiment.
It's pretty great.
It's so good. Sometimes when I go to sushi restaurants, I'll just order a side of spicy mayo and, like, just kind of, like, put my chopstick in it and eat it.
Yeah.
Because that's so gross.
It's good, though. I mean, the weird thing about it, though, is that we make these tasty things, but then get mad at each other for, like, just eating the tasty thing.
Yeah, because, like, I'm pretty sure I also just ate a thing of spicy ketchup once. I don't think that's weird though. I heard this story once about these guys that like got drunk in college and they were too broke to afford food, so they would just pour spices in their hands and eat the spices.
Okay.
And I think that's weirder than eating spicy mayo.
Yeah. I mean, I'll put spices in my hand and eat them to like taste it
Yeah.
as I'm cooking to be like, does this need this? But that's not quite the same. I wasn't doing it for sustenance.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm simultaneously very pretentious about food, but also like willing to eat the most garbage food ever.
Yeah.
Like I'll just eat a package of ketchup, sure. So I get the urge to eat mustard a lot, and I don't know what it is about mustard.
I don't like mustard.
I love mustard. Specifically like that nasty radioactive like yellow mustard.
Yeah.
Dijon mustard's good, you know. It's good. But like there's something like about like the very abrasive like sour thing of yellow mustard that's just really appealing to me.
I don't know. I'm not fond of that. I am fond of honey mustard because it balances that radioactivity out a little bit more, and so it's like good as a dip. But that's another thing. Dips, sauces, condiments. That's like the classifications of that. People argue about that.
Yeah.
So, like.
So what's your definition of a dip, a condiment, and a sauce?
Well, a dip probably requires it to be like dippable. So I mean, you couldn't make like just a wheel of Gouda cheese. Like that's not a dip unless it's like melted, but then it has to be like really hot all the time for it to be dippable, or else it's just a wheel of cheese. Like you can't.
Yeah.
Your chip will break. That's probably that's probably not like a requirement, but it's a convenience of you want your chip to stay intact once you pull it out of the dip. Or else you're not going to get any dip anyways. So, sauces can go on top of or around the whole thing. So you can put a little bit on top of, or you can just like marinate the whole thing in it. And then what condiments? Condiments are like the strongest. Cause like, I don't know. It seems like, cause with a sauce, you would envelop like a whole like chicken wing in it, but you wouldn't just envelop a whole chicken wing in ketchup. That's like too much. So like condiments, you want just a little bit to like add, but you don't want too much, or else it's, well, yeah, that's the point. It's too much.
So like ketchup could be a dip.
Yes.
Okay.
You dip your fries in ketchup.
Yeah. And like ranch is a dip, but it's also a sauce?
Yes. I mean, you would pour ranch on like a salad. Call that a sauce.
Technically,
that's
I think
a dressing. But
yeah, it's a dressing. I just remembered the word for that. Like that's a dressing. I don't know.
Thank you for addressing that.
I hate you so much.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I'm not a big fan of ranch, and so like for me to say like, oh, I wouldn't envelop a whole like chicken wing in ranch. Some people would, but I think that like that's too much ranch. Plus, you want it to still be like holdable.
Yeah, you don't just want to like touch a ranchy chicken wing.
Yeah. Which is weird because it's like barbecue sauce. Like you can marinate a thing in barbecue sauce and still like, okay, cool, here's a ranchy wing, and just wipe it off later. But or a saucy wing, but like ranch is like too.
It's like thick. Yeah. It's kind of I don't know. Yeah. It's no, we're on the same page here. I definitely.
But I mean, I do think that like condiments have a limit to where once you put a certain volume on the food, it becomes too much of that and it becomes bad now. And so you can't do like, yeah, you just can't marinate an entire rotisserie chicken in ketchup. That sounds pretty gross. But someone's tried it.
Yeah, I'd try it.
Yeah.
I'd try it.
Yeah.
Just to see what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, does the flavor like get inside the chicken and then the chicken itself starts to taste like ketchup, or is it just like a purely surface level flavor? You know, I'd be interested to see what a ketchup marinated chicken would taste like. You know,
the other thing I think that like condiments just have a lot of salt content.
Yeah.
So I mean, like if you want to put a whole rotisserie chicken in ketchup, you might as well just coat the thing in tomato sauce and just save yourself some salt.
Yeah, but the salt's what makes it good.
Yeah, but too much salt is what ruins it. I think maybe we're getting onto something here, is that like if you put too much of a condiment, it's not the condiment itself necessarily that ruins the food. It's just the salt.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I literally was like, oh my God, I want cashews so bad. So I bought some cashews today and they were too salty and I couldn't eat them.
Yeah.
I honestly can't stand salted nuts though.
Mm.
Like I just like a good unsalted nut.
Mm-hmm.
No games, just like a nut.
Mm.
And the salt, it's too much. I want to taste the nut. I don't want to taste salt.
12-year-old Santiago is trying really hard not to say anything right now.
Also, I really hope nobody just cuts out me saying I want to taste the nut, because that out of context is.
Someone just make a good beat out of that.
Honestly, I put it on Spotify. I'll promote it. I'll play it at any shows I have of just like a dance remix of me saying I want to taste the nut.
Yeah. It's pretty good. But I do think that this might just be like, I mean, America just does this in general, where you just like take a thing and then just crank it up to 11. Is that the Americanized version of everything just has too much of everything. And so I feel like the American palate just like more salt, more sugar, more. Mm-hmm. Whereas like, cause those same Americans that enjoy things like Carl's Jr. will go to like an authentic Chinese restaurant or something and be like, this is weird and gross. And it's like, nah, you just haven't experienced that palate before.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm the opposite of some Americans, where like I would much rather be eating Chinese food.
Mm-hmm.
Or like really, honestly, my favorite restaurant is Sheesh Mahal. I want to eat there every day of my life. Like there's never not a moment in time where I don't want to be eating there right now. I think that specific like Pakistani Indian food is, I think, has some of the best like flavor profiles that I've ever had.
Yeah.
And also a lot of it's vegan, and I was vegan for a while. So like it really just became like my go-to spot. So like I would say, oh, I want to go to India and eat Indian food, but I could not handle that amount of spice.
Sure.
I need like the dumbed down American version of Indian food, where I can eat it without like having diarrhea.
Sure.
So
yeah, and that is the other thing too, is that like Americans want more salt and more sugar, but you put too much spice and they'll run away. Except for the like small sect of Americans that are like, no, give me nuclear and I will eat uranium. I
truly wish I had it in me to eat spicy food. Like I do. I can handle a fair amount of spicy food because I love it. And even if stuff's too spicy for me, I'll probably still eat it because if it's spicy, it's good.
Yeah.
You know? But like today I ate a hot pickle and like had to drink a bunch of water.
The concept of a hot pickle, I guess.
They're good. They're good.
Okay.
Well, they're also horrible, but they're good.
Speaking of too much salt.
Yeah, they're horrible. But like, I think like a fifth of that pickle is like your daily value of sodium.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
So It's horrible.
Yeah, yeah.
And it smells awful.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Right. Well, I mean, whoever invented pickling, Germany or some Scandinavian whatever, or I mean, in the same thing that like curing meats as well. Like, I'm sure it was just a preservation method that ended up just being, well, I'll eat it anyways.
Yeah, and also it ended up being tasty. So
Right, yeah. Like I do love like Italian cured meats. Because that's just dope. But also there's a reason why they come in like the like party packs. It's just like you only get a little bit whenever they like run out at the party. You're like, oh man, no more pepperoni. But it's like, yeah, but if you had like a pound of pepperoni, you'd be like, too much salt.
Yeah, I sometimes like I'll buy those like party packs.
Sure.
And like I'll eat like all the crackers and all the pepperoni in like one sitting.
Sure.
Cause I'm an adult now and I have my own money, so I can go buy party platters from Walmart. However, I have a hot take. I don't like bacon.
Okay. Why?
Too salty.
Okay. See, we're noticing a trend here.
I go between like really wanting salty, and like also like if I eat salt right now, I'll die. Cause like, you know that beer salt?
I don't.
It's like salt in like shaped like little beer bottles.
Okay.
And they have like a lime salt, and like sometimes I'll just eat that. So like my definition of what is and isn't too salty changes like on a minute by minute basis, because like sometimes I will straight up pour salt into my hand and eat it, but bacon, no.
Right. Someone's calling the landline in this house, and that is weird.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, a landline?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm from Venezuela. My family's from Venezuela, and so like we have the people that we need to call, but like there's literally only 2 people living here right now, so no one's calling us. I don't know why the landline is going off. Sorry.
Telemarketer?
But, yeah, I guess, but it like never goes off. That's weird.
I came to this conclusion the other day that made me really angry, because I got this text and it was like, oh, thank you for signing up for the like spam call reduction service through AT&T or whatever, which I didn't even know was a thing. And it made me really mad because I was like, okay, AT&T, so you recognize that spam calls are a problem. And instead of doing your job and filtering through those and fixing it,
You sent everybody spam.
creating a service that you have to pay for to stop the spam calls. So you recognize this is a problem, and instead of fixing it, you're profiting off of it. And I was like driving to school and I was just mad. I was so fired up.
Yeah. Capitalism.
Yeah, I don't know. That was out of left field, but like I just needed to vocalize that because I literally like got so fired up. Spam calls don't really bother me though. I've never really thought they're annoying.
It depends how much you value your time at that moment.
I answer them. I think they're funny.
Sure. It's just there's a thing about like once you answer them, then they know that you answer them, and so they'll give you more of them, and it sucks whenever you're like waiting for a phone call or something. Like over the summer I was applying to like a bunch of jobs, and so I was just answering every phone call, and like all of them were spam.
Yeah, people don't normally call me. Well, they do, but they don't. I'm normally the caller.
Sure. Yeah.
I much prefer phone calls to like anything else. But like, I don't know. I think they're funny because like I got a voicemail from one once that was like, if you don't call us back, we're sending a warrant out for your arrest. And I was like, oh, the phone people gonna arrest me for what? I don't know. But at the same time, I'm very frustrated with them because I read this story once that was like, this old man was withdrawing like $60,000 from his account or something because he had gotten a spam call that was like, we need $60,000. And the bank teller like wasn't questioning it, and I guess he
Mhm.
like looked visibly nervous and upset. And I guess the person behind him was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And the old man explained everything, and got it sorted out, and he didn't end up paying that money. But like
Mhm.
that breaks my heart. Like that story makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah. I mean, there's the part of me that's like, darn, they're preying on this poor old man. And there's the other part of me that's like, the future is now, old man, get with it. But
Yeah, no, I
but
agree
yeah,
with
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's just, honestly though, I fell for a spam the other day.
Mm.
I fell for it. I'm 21.
Yeah, I
I
got scammed by an insurance company. That's a story I'm not telling on the podcast.
Ooh, I feel
But go
like I want
ahead.
to know that story though.
I'll tell you not on record, and maybe I will tell it eventually on the podcast, but now's not the time.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I got this email from Apple, and
Mm.
they're like, "Hey, I need you to update your account information." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I put it all in, and as I was doing it, I was like, "This is kind of suspicious."
Mhm.
Uh, but I went ahead and did it anyway against my better judgment. And then like after I did it, they were like, "Oh, your payment cannot be processed," or whatever, because they asked me like update payment information,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Okay, that's weird."
Mhm.
Because my card works. I know this is mine, and like this is weird. And luckily I was at the mall when
Mhm.
it happened. So I went to the Apple store and they were like, "Oh yeah, that's fake." I was like, "Cool. Sick." I grew up in this age and still they fooled me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh so I don't know. I empathize with that old man.
Yeah. No, I again, what there's like both of me that
Mhm.
are like, oh man, that sucks. But it is also like, I don't know, that was like I learned that lesson like a decade ago. Like
Mhm.
the emails like that look, they use their graphic design to look like the official thing. It's like that's some next level stuff that all right, cool. I'll definitely fall for that once or twice and
Mhm.
then learn that like, all right, now I got to check my sources. But like the phone call, it's like we've been joking about this for years now. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. I do warn my grandma about stuff though, like when I
Mhm.
find out like there is like a spam email going around. Like I
Mhm.
guess one which I don't really know if it like actually went around or like if it was just like a scare tactic,
Mhm.
but I guess like people were asking like to update their Netflix information and it was like
Mhm.
getting their credit cards and stuff like that. Um and I went ahead and was just like, "Hey grandma, if you get an email, just show it to me, like if it asks for money and you have like any shadow of a doubt about it, just show it to me." Cuz something I came to realize the other day is that like a lot of older generations can't tell when things are photoshopped.
Mm.
Um
Yeah.
and that's so strange to me.
Mm.
Um because like I can almost always tell.
Mhm.
Cause like I remember one time my grandma like reposted this picture of a giant spider on the side of the house, and
Mhm.
she was like, "Look at this giant spider," and I was like, "That's fake. Like it's literally fake." And she was like, "How do you know?" I'm like, "I can just can't you
Look at the
see it?
pixels,
Like
grandma.
look at it." So I don't know. I think that's very very strange. That like I guess people now just kind
Mhm.
of grew up and they're like they just know.
Right, well, we grew up with it,
Yeah.
and, um, I mean, we're about the same age, I'm 24, um, but, like, we had, like, flip phones to the, like, slidey phones with texts, and then to, like, now smartphones, and not only that, we, like, had early internet. Well, we didn't have the earliest internet because that was like, the old forums and
Hmm.
like DOS and all that stuff. But uh, but we had early internet and early memes, and we saw as the stuff grew up through it, and like we faced our fair share of like scams, and so it's like you know, share this post now, or else the weird ghost lady living in the post will get you.
Hmm.
And it's like, yeah, well.
I remember those. I didn't even fall for those then. I was
Right.
like, this is literally the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. My anxious self was still terrified.
Yes, exactly.
But I still never reposted them. I was like, this is like logically cannot be
Mhm.
true. So I don't know. That's interesting. That's just an interesting thing because
Right.
it says like people our age were doing that. You know, like they
Mhm.
still fell for it.
Right.
And I don't know. Super weird. Technology's weird.
Right. But even nowadays, it's like you still see people sharing the posts. It's like Facebook is updating their like their rules about this. So if you share this post and say like Facebook, you can't take my stuff, then they won't. And it's like, all right, I'm putting my foot down. Don't do that, Facebook. Ha ha ha. It's like you're an idiot.
I hate that post so much. Every time I see it, it just fills me with so much rage. Because, like, literally a girl I went to college with posted that. And someone in the comments was like, is this real? And she was like, oh, I don't know. It's just better to be safe than sorry. And I literally, like, sent them a link. I was like, because I knew it was fake, but I wanted to, like, give them information.
Sure.
And like that's more than I probably should have done because like
Sure.
it's not my job to like educate people about the internet. But like they were literally our age and like were falling for it. And I was like, guys,
You should know better than this by now.
yeah. So I like sent them a link and I was like, listen, if you would just like take 3 seconds to Google the things you repost, you would learn that this is not correct.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh my God, thank you so much. And I was like, why didn't you do that yourself?
Yeah. But that's the other thing is that like we've learned to Google things. And I mean, congratulations, Google. You have earned yourself a verb in the human vocabulary. But we grew up with the notion that information is readily available right at my fingertips. I get to look things up. As opposed to like if you didn't grow up with the internet, it was more information is readily available at the library. I'd like go there. I was like, or you have like one educated family member who has like an encyclopedia and it's like the whole world atlas A through Z. And it's like, oh, let's go in here and see if it's in there. But I mean, even those, I don't know if they would still be printing those. I think it would be, if they are still printing those, they should stop because they're losing money. But the fact that like, yeah, back in the day, to obtain information, you go to a actual physical place or a actual physical thing. And if you don't have it, you don't have that information. Whereas now it's like information is free. We know everything. We're just lazy.
Did you have to use encyclopedias in school to do research?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Because some Gen Xer was like, I bet you've never touched an encyclopedia in your life. And I was like, I'm literally maybe 10 years younger than you.
Yeah.
Or like 20 years younger than you.
Sure.
Like, I know what a book is.
Yeah.
I literally work in a bookstore. Like, I know what a book is.
Yeah.
And like my school was so small that like I was using encyclopedias in high school.
Yeah.
And so it's just interesting because like we did my senior or like junior or senior year of high school, we got EBSCO host. But really up until then, I was like doing research in libraries. I was able to like look at like sources on Google and stuff, but like, you know, I was doing research from books. So
yeah.
I don't know. It cracks me up when people are like, you youngins don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I literally, like,
Yeah.
we're in.
Right. But at the same time, it's like, all right, but you also like shared that Facebook post yelling about your privacy or something. So it's like, you don't get to tell me about who has accessed the more archaic information because it's not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I feel like even nowadays they probably do still tell kids like, hey, you know, this is how you use an encyclopedia. Here's where the bibliography is. But it's like, homie, just Google it and just like Command F. It's so great because instead of going to the index and finding the page that says something kind of relevant. Instead, you can just like, all right, let me just Control F this entire freaking book and just find exactly what I'm looking for. It's great.
I did that
Technology's
the
beautiful.
other day.
Yeah, exactly.
For a presentation. Which I don't know. I received this shirt, this like size 3 XL shirt that says death on it, written in Sharpie.
Okay.
And I was staying up all night doing this presentation. So like in a weird manic, like overtired, like thing, I was like running around my house in a 3XL shirt that says death on it, like doing homework and like researching menstrual blood rituals in like Wicca.
Cool.
So that was my night the other night, which I thought was just real funny.
Yeah.
I told somebody about it. They're like, ew, gross, menstrual. And I'm like, literally, the death shirt, like 3 a.m, like you're not getting the whole picture here. Like it was literally just a bizarre situation that I was in.
Yeah. I will touch on that though. Can we stop with the grossness about periods? Like, just get over it. Like, humans. It's just humans.
Well, also, like, there's really nothing different except for like the like the cell membranes and stuff like that. Like the uterus lining is also in period blood, but like other than that, like it's blood, you know.
Right, but like even just at the very base level, just people being grossed out by periods is like, deal with it. Humans have periods.
Well, and then also, like, not to get too like political about it, but like it's sexism, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's it. It's sexism. Like you don't think the blood is gross, you think women are gross or anyone with a vagina or uterus. But like oh my gosh, so frustrating.
Right. Well, and I mean I sound very white knighty, but like I'm married and my wife is like, I don't know, like, but I'm like, yo, you're a human being. People have been dealing with this since they have been people. It's a completely normal thing. Stop
it. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I don't understand that. My mom thinks periods are gross too. And I'm like, literally, you've been having one for so long. Like, this is not a new thing for you. Like, how can you be grossed out by it by now? Like, get used to it, I guess. Like, I don't know. The only thing that, like, is kind of gross is, like bleeding in your bed or something like that. Sure. Like that's gross because like then you're sleeping in blood, but like the blood isn't gross. It's literally just that it's in your bed.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just like that sucks in that you're sleeping in blood, but like that's why it sucks.
Yeah.
Not because it's specifically period blood. Like,
yeah. Well, like here's the other thing is that like I was watching my grandma's dog and she peed my bed, and I am way more grossed out by the concept of dog pee in my bed than I am with blood in my bed.
Sure.
Like there are worse things than blood, by far.
Sure. I don't know if like dogs. I don't know what's in dog pee though, so I can't really say what.
I don't know. It's just gross.
Right, yeah.
Like, yeah. I was so mad. Like, I just remember that. I left the room for literally like 10 minutes and came back and she had peed on my bed. And I was like, I could throw you across the room. Except for I can't. She weighs like 30 pounds. I can't throw her. But I was like, I get it. You're a dog and you didn't mean to. But like that's so frustrating. It's not to get on the topic of like animal peeing and pooping, but my cat the other day was standing inside of her litter box, but still managed to poop outside of the litter box. And I think that is a skill.
How old's your cat?
She is about 4.
Okay, that's not That's not like that's not old and senile and just like, oh, I don't know where the litter box is. It's just
She was in it. She
right,
knew.
right.
It's just on the floor. I have a picture of it. The pictures are not good podcasting, but
Sure.
I have a picture of it. But the thing is I have an iPhone, so they have live photos.
Okay.
And it was a live photo, so you can actually like see her pooping. It is so gross, but it is also the funniest thing I've ever taken a picture of in my life. And then my friend called her like a revolutionary, like an artiste. She's creative. Like she found a new way to poop. So then I photoshopped a beret on her. So now there's a picture of my cat in a beret while also pooping. This is way more information than anyone needs to know, but I think it's hilarious.
No,
so I'm going to share it.
Oh yeah. Random tangent, because I made a mental note of it earlier. You said you were vegan at some point. Why did you become vegan, and then why are you not anymore?
I wanted to try it. I had thought about going vegan for a while, and just never really thought I could do it. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. And I did it for about a year. And really the reason why I stopped was just because, which vegans don't come for me, it was inconvenient to my life at the time. I was going to school and working, and I did not have time to cook for myself. And then finding food options outside of the house in the world is really hard. So essentially, like, I wasn't eating enough, and I was hungry all the time. And I was like, okay, literally, I just need to be able to go get a sandwich or something. So then I stopped. Which I also took a complete 180 after that. I was also a vegetarian for a long time before I was vegan, and now I eat meat, which was just a big departure. It's like I kind of went off the deep end when I stopped being vegan. But I try not to eat a whole bunch of meat because it just doesn't make me feel good.
Sure.
But I also think that Brahms has my favorite hamburger. So
interesting.
I like Brahms hamburgers a lot.
I think the vegetables they put on it are garbage.
Yeah.
And it, like, I don't know what it is about it. Maybe they just use like too thick of slices or something, but it's like you're straight up just putting water on my burger.
I think the lettuce is real bad. Yeah. The tomatoes are hit or miss.
Sure.
But I like the pickles.
Cool. Yeah.
So my order is a hamburger, no cheese, extra pickles, and then depending on my mood, sometimes no onions. Depending on like what I have to do after I eat this hamburger, basically. I hate cheeseburgers though. That's my other controversial opinion. I hate cheeseburgers.
Why?
They're gross. I do not like American cheese at all.
That's true.
And I don't think it adds that much to the burger. I think burgers have a lot of flavors going on, just kind of in general. And I think that like a slice of American cheese is not adding that much. So I'm just not going to put it on there.
How about like a good like mushroom and Swiss
mushroom and Swiss is my exception. I will eat mushroom and Swiss. But really it's not for the Swiss, it's for the mushrooms.
Of course.
So
but the Swiss is a good addition to it.
And that is also the only circumstance where I can stand Swiss cheese. I do not like Swiss cheese. I will not eat it by itself or on anything else, but on a mushroom Swiss, I'll eat it.
It is pretty rubbery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's just something about the flavor. It's just, I don't like it.
It's specific.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, no, that's the thing. It works with mushrooms. That's why it's there. I don't know. Also, Brahms fries are meh.
They're horrible. I hate them. Brahms was my first job. So like I kind of like
first job.
Yeah. I kind of really just it's never left my soul. I just kind of love Brahms. It was a really fun job, at least at the one I worked at. I worked with my stepbrother and just made good friends there. Yeah. Well, we're not friends anymore, but at the time they were good friends. And so yeah, Brahms has a soft spot in my heart.
The other part is that like acknowledge the fact that you're getting food from teenagers, not just teenagers, but like young teenagers. Because like, how young can you be?
14.
14 to
Yeah.
work at Brahms. That like, just understand that you could be getting at least a 14-year-old that's making your food or taking your order.
I actually don't think that the 14-year-olds are allowed to work in the grill.
Sure, but at least like taking your order
Yeah.
and then like putting your stuff together. Like, I don't know. Sometimes like I'll have complained about like, oh, Brom sucks right now or something, but it's like they don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I think part of my love for Brahms is that, like, it's not really anywhere else in the U.S., you know?
It's not.
Like,
No.
it's just an us thing. Like, it's our thing. It's an Oklahoma thing. And I like it more just because I feel like it's exclusive, you know? Which
Ice cream's
is...
dope.
Yeah, and I think they have good ice cream. I really get ice cream there more than anything, but I do like their hamburgers a lot, and I think it's specifically the Brahms sauce.
I don't know what the Brahms sauce is.
To my knowledge, Brahms sauce is ketchup, mustard, and pickle juice. It's what I was told when I worked there, but I don't know. But I do like Brahms sauce a lot.
Homie's got the inside scoop.
Yeah, literally, it's a scoop ice cream place. Yeah.
Yeah.
The scoop.
Thank you. I did once see a post where Wayne Coyne complained about waiting like an hour or so for like his food at Brahms, and that's just really funny.
I met a guy who worked for Wayne Coyne the other day, and I literally...
I know too many people close to Wayne Coyne, so I can't talk bad things about Wayne Coyne, but...
Well, no. So, I'm not going to say anything bad about Wayne Coyne. The guy was really cool. I don't know his name. The guy was really cool. But I forgot the band Red Hot Chili Peppers. I knew it's... He was buying a book about Flea, or no, that Flea wrote. And I was like, oh, cool, Red Hot Chili Peppers. But I didn't say that.
You said the Flaming Lips.
I said Flaming Lips. And I was like, I just want to prove to this guy that I'm not an idiot. Like, I'm not. I just misspoke. I know the difference.
There's like phonetic similarities in both of the names, so I understand. Like, for some reason, like there's words that like sound similar even though they don't look or are conceptually similar in any way. So like mushrooms and marshmallows, because of the get confused in my head sometimes. Or like duvet and bidet, which don't get those confused.
No, absolutely not.
So I mean, I can see how like Red Hot Chili Peppers and the Flaming Lips like have phonetic similarities that,
and
can
also
cross
they
over.
have like a hot element to the name, you know?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Flaming and hot chili, and I feel so bad. Like I literally like I get embarrassed, but like not about things that I'd say to customers, but like that one hurts. Cause like I literally saw Red Hot Chili Peppers live. I didn't go for them, but I went for their opener. But like I saw them live.
Lips?
No, but I think it's really weird how you can just see Wayne Coyne places.
Yeah, I mean he lives
I
in
know,
Oklahoma City,
but like to me, like since he like is like a musician and like successful and stuff like that,
he can't exist in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it kind of it just feels like he's like unattainable, you know, and like it's really weird how like you can like be in a Starbucks one day and he's just in there and you're like, like
right, but he's not like a normal ass dude, but he's a dude.
Yeah, it's just, it's weird. It's just basically like his status makes him feel unattainable. And then like you can literally just go into like a Walmart. I don't really think he probably shops at Walmart, but like you can go into a Walmart or whatever and he'll just be there. And I think it's weird. It's like to me, he's kind of like this mythological like creature that you just like only see sometimes.
Wayne, if you're listening, I really want to get you on the podcast.
Yeah, do it. And then let me be here so I can like prove you're real.
He's definitely real. I've
Yeah,
like
well, it's
seen
like
him a few times.
you only get like glimpses of him. Like, at least in my experience, like you only like see him for a little bit and then he's gone. And then you go, was that Wayne Coyne? And you're like, I think so. Like, I think I just saw him. And then you go, whoa, I just saw Wayne Coyne. And then he's gone and he's
But
just not there.
but try and just apply this to like anyone else. Like people were like, "Whoa, was that Mars?" Oh, and then they're gone. Like, whoa, where'd Mars go? It's like it's the same thing. Like Mars just went into Brahms and then left. Got
Yeah.
themselves a burger. Like,
But also, like, I'm not famous. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. It's weird to see famous people is essentially what I'm saying.
Mhm,
Especially in Oklahoma. Like,
mhm.
it's weird to see them.
It is.
Not
It,
saying that Wayne is weird, but like it's weird that he just lives here.
mhm. It is strange, sort of like knowing more about a person than they know about you.
Hmm.
Like usually whenever you meet someone, you're on equal ground. But in some of those cases, it's not like, oh, if you like meet your hero and then, oh, hey, you don't know anything about me, but I know where you were born and all of the lyrics to all of your music. That's not fair.
Yeah, it's real strange. I feel like I really freaked out Lauren Zaniga.
Mm,
I met her once and I feel like I really freaked her out. Just because like I think so highly of her and I
mm,
feel like I kind of like fanned a little bit, you know? And I just feel like I kind of freaked her out. But I feel the same way like when I like she posts like pictures and stuff of her like at a place I know in Oklahoma, I'm like, whoa,
right.
you know? Because before I didn't know she lived in Oklahoma when I first heard her poetry.
Mm.
So when I found out she lived in Oklahoma, like it was kind of like a mind fuck. Um, and so that's like one of those things that like it's just weird to like know that a person who like has a career that is like in the public eye
Mhm.
just like lives here and like works here and has a normal life.
Mhm.
And like sometimes you just see them and then it's like spotting like a zebra or
Sure,
something
sure.
like in the safari. You're like, whoa, cool. And then the zebra leaves and you're like, oh, okay. I
Yeah,
just saw a zebra.
right. But like zebras got zebra things to
Yeah.
do. Like it was going to be there anyways. You just happen to see it. But yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it's foreign to us.
it's just interesting.
Yeah.
I just it's kind of one of those things where people just assume nothing cool ever happens here.
Mhm.
And then like one day you'll just see Wayne Coyne and you're like, "Oh, cool."
I, now I have more reason to get Wayne on the podcast to just dispel that.
Like, I don't know, to me he just feels kind of mythological. Like I know he's real and I know he lives here, but like why? I don't know. Like if I were like a famous musician, I probably wouldn't live here. So
Same.
I think that's really more what it is. I just can't wrap my head around the fact that he lives here and like why he lives here.
Right.
I think that's really
Yeah.
more what it is. Speaking of that, Wayne Coyne, I started thinking about the womb.
Okay.
The vagina doors are gone.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's factory obscura now. So they
Mhm.
actually replaced the entire door with like glass doors,
Mm.
and the vagina doors are gone. And I never got a picture in front of it,
Mm.
and I'm so upset.
Is like, did they go somewhere else? Did they just like
I think they're
throw
just
it
gone.
away?
Yeah, like I think they're literally just gone.
Weird.
And I so like I'm so sad.
Unless like Wayne Coyne just has like the vagina doors in his house or something.
Well, they painted over the vagina before they
Mm.
so yeah, it's like gone. But also, Wayne, if you have the vagina doors, hit me up. I need a picture in front of them.
Yeah. um, I mean, okay, no, what I'm gonna say. But I, Death Cab for Cutie wrote a song called "Why You'd Want to Live Here" about LA,
Hmm.
about how much like Ben Gibbard hates LA, but I hate Oklahoma more. um,
If you gave me the choice between LA and Oklahoma, I'd choose Oklahoma.
why? I mean, have you been to LA?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I'd choose Oklahoma. There is too many people there.
Mhm.
Just too many. and the weather is nicer for
Yes.
sure, but and there's more stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for me, just kind of the way I am, it's more of a visiting place.
Mm.
Like, I don't think I would want to spend like more than 2 weeks in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Also because traffic.
For our honeymoon, Sable and I went to LA, or the LA area.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that bad.
It's not that bad, but like, we took Ubers, you know,
Mm-hmm.
when we were there,
Sure.
and I could not imagine driving in LA. Like,
Wasn't that bad.
I can't do it. I get upset here.
Mm.
Like, I get upset here when people are driving and just like trying to drive in a city that big. Like, I'd have an aneurysm.
In a weird way, though, I think that, like, while people are like worse drivers kind of in LA, I think the egotism that surrounds the culture there makes it to where people really don't want to damage their cars.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're actually way more careful. I feel like not everyone, but like maybe a statistically higher percentage of people in Oklahoma are willing to get into a fist fight in the freeway.
I heard road rage in LA is really bad, though. My Uber driver told me that. That Uber driver. Oh my God. Okay. Can I tell you about the Uber driver?
Go for it.
Okay. Uber driver, we get in the car and he's like talking to us, right? And like every Uber we've had, like, just did not talk, which I don't like. There's controversial opinions about if people want Uber drivers to talk to them. I stand on the side, I want my Uber driver to talk to me.
Sure.
Because I feel like it's really weird to sit in a silent car with a stranger.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, oh, it's so cool that you're talking to us, you know? And he's like, you'll never have another Uber driver like me. And I was like, okay, should I be worried? Like, that was kind of like a weird statement. And we're driving and he's like talking, and we're talking a lot about like drugs and stuff. Because I guess he just smokes hella weed and probably does other drugs too. And he was telling us a story about how like he would smoke weed with like his late night Uber passengers and stuff. And then he told us a story about how he got a DUI, and I was like, you're driving the car right now.
Yeah.
Like, you're driving the car, you're telling me about your DUI.
Right, but it's like too late. You're already in the car. Like,
yeah.
If you could like read a story about the person being like, yo, so here's this time that I got a DUI, I'm your Uber driver, you'd be like, give me another one.
Yeah. So we're driving on the highway and he's like, oh, look, there's Compton, you know, and just points out Compton, which like I think is normal, but also kind of weird, you know? And then he like took us through like I don't remember what he called it. He called it the ghetto, but I'm not going to call it that because that is not correct. Well, I mean, it is, you know,
Sure.
I don't know the word for that. Just kind of
The projects.
I don't know. He took us through there. And the speed limit was like 40. He was going like 55 down these roads. And then we were driving and
like
he was
suburbs?
Kinda, but not. It was definitely, imagine like Classen. You know, like Classen around Midtown or whatever.
Yeah.
Or not Midtown, more like Uptown. Kind of around that. Like, there were shops and businesses and stuff, but there were also houses. And it wasn't 3 lanes. It was like 2 lanes. But it was definitely like a street.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a highway.
Yeah. That you should be going 55 down.
Yeah. So he was like going 55 down these roads and we were like, oh my God. But honestly, he took us through this part and we were off course. So I'm thinking, I'm going to get kidnapped.
Sure.
I'm getting kidnapped right now and this is what's happening. And then he starts like going, oh, look, there's a prostitute, and like starts pointing out prostitutes and stuff like that. And
we're just not good at spotting prostitutes here.
Yeah, I prefer to use the term sex
they're
worker.
definitely here.
Yeah, my dad likes to point them out too.
Hmm.
Like if we're down like on the south side or something, he'll be like,
Mm.
"Oh, look, there's one," and I'm like, "Why are you? Just let
Mhm.
them live." Like I don't know why you need to point them out, but that's fine, I guess.
Mhm.
He was pointing them out, and then like rolling stop signs, and like, oh my god, it was crazy. And like it's not as crazy now telling the story. Like you would have had to have been in the car.
Mhm.
But like he was so right. I will never have another Uber driver like him. Uh that
Did you leave him a good review?
uh my friend Hannah was the one who booked him.
Mm.
I don't really know what she did.
Mhm.
But it was definitely an experience. It was definitely an experience. But then after that, we went and got piercings. So,
Okay, well, that's
yeah.
pretty cool. um, I would prefer LA kind of for the reasons that you were like, well, there's this, this, and this, but like those, this, and this,
Hmm.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do there. But I think I'm also biased in that I'm a musician and composer. And so like job security is a thing.
Hmm.
So like if I look up like audio engineer, there'll be like 4 AV jobs in
Hmm.
Oklahoma and they like don't pay very well. If I look up just like audio engineer for LA, there's like podcasts and recording studios and sound stages, and so I mean it's like there's jobs. I want to be there.
And then like my flip side to that is that like I do not have a skill like that. And I think that like for my specific thing, like with what I want to do, like, you know, ideally I'd like to work with like the Trevor Project and Planned Parenthood and like just kind of all like maybe the YWCA too. You know what I mean? I think that the stuff that I'm good at is really useful here. So because there's so little of the resources
Yeah.
here. So that's another thing is I feel like I have work to do here.
Yeah.
But like if I could live anywhere, which this is controversial. It's not controversial. I keep saying things are controversial. They're really not. I just like to pretend like I'm giving spicy takes. I really like Kansas City.
Okay.
Kansas City is one of my more like I enjoyed my time a lot when I would visit there. I go there a couple times a year just to like go to concerts or something like
Missouri
that.
or Kansas?
Missouri. Kansas side sucks. The Missouri part is cool. And it's just, I don't know. I'd like to live there. It's really cool because it's like a city enough that it's a city, but it's also like in the Midwest enough that like it's kind of small and there's like nice people there.
Do they still have Whataburgers there?
I don't know. I don't like Whataburger.
Oh, okay.
Now that might be a hot take.
That is a hot take, especially in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, no, I don't know. I like knowing there's things and communities rather than like struggling to feel legitimate and fighting people. I'm also an immigrant, so I probably feel especially not liked in Oklahoma. So that's probably another part of it.
Yeah, well, because that's the other thing is that, like, I'm, like, white and Cherokee, so, like, really, like, people are not going to tell me I don't belong here. So, yeah, I don't know, because that's another thing, too, is that, like, apart from, like, the whole having a vagina thing, I pretty much fly under the radar here. And I think that, like, it's easy to be forgotten in a bigger city. And, you know, like, I think if I, like, lived in LA, I wouldn't have found a place like public access.
Sure.
And that's really important to me. Like, I've been going to public access since I was 16. And it's just kind of, like, my thing.
Yeah.
And something about, like, LA leaves me the impression that, like, it's going to be a lot harder to find little gems like that. And I'm all about like small like communities. Like I think our music scene here is pretty good. I like what we have. Not like good, but like I like what we have here.
Mm,
And besides the fact that like no one has any passionate shows, like the audience wise,
mm,
I think that like we're relatively considerate of each other.
mm,
And it makes the experience a little bit better
mm.
that people are not trying to like fight you and stuff like that.
Sure.
Which granted, I don't really go to local shows where people would fight, you know, go to like an Annie Oakley show or something like that. But
Wait, what?
I said I'll go to like an Annie Oakley
Oh,
show.
okay. I thought you said that like where people would fight, like an Annie Oakley show.
Oh
And I was
yeah.
like, whoa.
Have you ever been to an Annie Oakley
I've been
show?
to a few
People are
Annie
just
Oakley shows.
throwing fists. Yeah, but like
I want to go to that Annie Oakley show. That sounds strange and at least something to experience at least once.
I think that'd be cool though. Like you're getting in a fight, but you're having all this like really nice like soft folk music playing in the background. I think that'd be a fun experience.
Joe, if you're listening to this, I'm also trying to get Joe Bab on the podcast.
Well,
but
she's moving to Fort Collins.
I know, and that's why I'm trying to get her on the podcast.
Have
soon.
you like asked her?
Yeah, a few times.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I assumed you wouldn't have asked her. I don't know. I feel like she's very cool. I like her a lot.
She's really cool.
I'm friends with her sister.
I love all of the music and all the photography and everything. But yeah,
It's so good. I asked her what camera she used the other day, because like in my head, I'm like, if I get her camera, then my stuff will look that good, which is absolutely not how that works.
Sure.
But like that's just how my brain went. I was like, if I just get like my hands on the equipment, I will have the eye for it like she does, and I don't.
Yeah, she makes great things. But anyways, I will say at least last thing on the topic, but I think that for our honeymoon, what we experienced was not like a big ass city that doesn't care about you. It was just a whole lot of little cities that each have their own communities, each have their own cultures, each have their own environment that makes them unique in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
And so like we went to Burbank and Glendale and Alhambra and Irvine, Santa Monica, Venice, and stuff like that. And so everything is its own thing, its own place. And so I think there are lots of little communities, and it's not just like one huge thing. It's just like a bunch of little communities that like feed into the bigger LA thing, but it's not just like a giant crowd screaming at the air. It's little things that add up to bigger things.
Yeah. What I will say is Venice Beach was probably one of my favorite places I've ever been in my life. The boardwalk is so much fun. And I don't really like the ocean that much. I'm scared of fish. So, but like I
mean, not neat, but you know,
like it's not neat. It's terrible. But I even had a good time just like walking along the beach and stuff like that. I found this guy who was selling art on the boardwalk. What's his name? His name's is like James Scotty Todd or something like that. And he sells all of this like really like kind of simplistic art. The one I have is like a shark that's inside of a box, and it just says box ? On it. And it is one of my favorite things that I own. And I just emailed him to see like if I could buy more art from him, even though I'm in Oklahoma. But like it was so cool. It was very affordable too. It was like $10. So sorry.
You're good.
I don't know if he has a social media or not, or I'd plug it, but
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I do think that if we all traveled more, we'd realize that like every place is pretty cool. We just don't check it out enough.
Yeah. No, like, and then there's all those apartments on the boardwalk, you know,
Mhm.
like behind it. And I'm like, dude, if I had like millions of dollars to
Yeah.
spend, I would totally live there.
Mhm.
Like, just in that little stretch. I think that
Right.
was perfect. I don't know.
Just like walk outside and like cool beach.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. And I really don't like the beach, but like, I think that'd be so fun to live that
Yeah.
close to the beach.
I really love the beach, so we did that twice on our honeymoon. So yeah. Um I don't know if there's like a way to transition out of that, but Mars, thanks for doing this with me. This was fun. Once again, plug your stuff. Where can we find you and your things?
I am Mars. I am on Instagram at punk_crocs. There is a link to my Spotify in the bio of my Instagram, but if you wanted to take the hard way to find my songs, search Dirt Mars and then take your pick, I guess. There's like a album cover. You'll find it, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, my songs, if you go on like your Instagram stories and like search for a song to put on your thing, you can listen to my songs on your Instagram stories,
No, neat. Yeah.
which I like to do for myself. And then I'm going to plug the open mic I go to every week. It's public access. It's at the Paramount Room every Sunday. Sign-ups at 7, starts at 7:30. Bring music, bring comedy, bring poetry, bring whatever you want. And we'd love to have you.
Yeah, exactly. You could just like perform whatever that means to you. It's cool.
I mean, one time I went up there and had a whole discussion about Twilight.
Yeah.
So like really if you just wanted to go up there and get on your soapbox for 5 minutes,
Yeah,
you
go for it.
could.
It's a great way to, I mean, just air that stuff out. It's a great community. Wish I was there more often. Do it. Yeah. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
I'm Santiago Ramones.
I'm Mars.
You can find all the things that I do on my website, santiagoramones.com. There's my music there, which you can listen to and download and pay for or something. Only some of it you can pay for, but hopefully you will listen to all of it. And then all the power cycle stuff that I do, we make experimental electronic music. You can find us on YouTube. I think it's harder to find just like our channel by searching Power Cycle or even just Power Cycle Music. So you might have to search Power Cycle Music Electric Pizza. That'll definitely give you our stuff. But yeah, we make weird stuff and we've been playing at the Jazz Lab for a while. So there's some cool concerts that you can experience on there. You can also leave comments and reviews on the podcast on whatever platform that you're listening to. Say good things. Tell me the things that you don't like, and then say good things about the guests because we like the good things. I always end the podcast with my 3 things. They shape my life philosophy. Those 3. Oh my gosh. I've only like messed up like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. This is like 195. So I always end my podcast with my 3 things. They shape my life philosophy. Those 3 things are: love never fails. It's going to be okay. I might be wrong.